Hey everyone, welcome to my creative human design session. Today we're going to be working with the energy of age 55, abundance, which is beautiful energy to be working with. So in my creative human design sessions, I take elements of the chart or the whole chart, particular gates or channels, and I use my experience as an artist and an art therapist to really look at these energies, experience these energies in a very different way. For me, the creative process is a way of opening the door to a new way of perceiving, a new way of looking at what these energies really mean in our lives and how we can connect with them so that we can best navigate our situations, navigate the decisions that we need to make, the situations that we can find ourselves in from a different perspective, being aware of these energies and not necessarily being driven or pushed by them, but really allowing them to sit in the body and for us to feel them and just decipher them and taste them in a new, more refreshing way. So for this meditation drawing session, I am going to choose a particular color, doesn't matter, marker, pen, pencil, doesn't really matter. I've just chosen the green ink pen here. Use whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. And I have a piece of paper here. If you don't have any paper, just use a magazine, old magazine or newspaper. My creative meditations are not about drawing a picture. We're not trying to draw the gate or the aspect of the chart, but we are wanting to connect with it. We are wanting to embody it, feel it, so that we can get a real sense of it, away from this thinking mind and what it thinks about certain things, and more into a kind of a visceral experience. So we're going to do a very short meditation to start, and that will allow us to slow down, relax, kind of come into that very receptive realm. And then I'll guide you through a very simple creative exercise, and you can play, imagine, draw, really engage with the art material and see where it takes you. This isn't necessarily about having an idea about exactly what something is. This is about opening yourself up to the possibilities that might exist within particular gates or channels or centers, aspects of your design. So let's start with the meditation. And in order to start, I really want you to just come back to the breath and really feel in the body what it's like to breathe. And this may sound silly or unusual, but what's happening in the body as you take your breath? So just noticing the cool air passing through the nostrils or mouth. Perhaps you'd like to close your eyes or soften your gaze for this meditation. Can you feel the air move through the back of the throat? You might actually feel it entering into your lungs, and what's happening? Getting an expansion of the chest, an expansion of the area around the front of the chest, the side, the back of the body. Where is your breath going today? Really noticing. And then dropping in. Does it go any further than that? Does it go into the belly? Is there a rise and fall of the belly? Perhaps the belly button is moving in and out. Or perhaps the breath is making its way down to the sacrum, to the sacrum, to the bottom of the belly. Just traveling along the breath. Really noticing. how you're breathing today. And what does this feel like, this breath? How is it impacting on the rest of the body? And paying attention to the sensations in your body, do you notice more? Perhaps a sense of aliveness, perhaps a sense of stillness, perhaps a sense of depth. Whatever it means for you today, just noticing, it's all we're here to do. Just notice. And even taking a few full body breaths, taking in the whole of your being today. And I'd like you to take that awareness, I'd like you to take that feeling within the body, those sensations. I'd like you to notice what's that, what is that like for you? I'd like you to bring that into your drawing. So we're going to start with very real sense of awareness. Just being very aware of the fact that you're this body sitting in space. And I'm going to do a simple creative exercise. So I'm going to start with just drawing a circle. The circle can be any size you want. It can be big or small. Just drawing a circle. And perhaps you'd like to draw a second circle. Again, whatever size you want, anywhere on the page. And then finally, third circle. Just taking in your circles, how they feel. And this is going to be very much like the sun. I'm not drawing the sun, but I want you to think about the aliveness that comes out of the sun, the rays that move outwards and penetrate all that it comes in contact with. We're working with gate 55, the spirit, and really connecting into that sense of abundance, that feeling, expansion, movement towards, of emoting. And we're going to take this sensation, we're going to draw a series of rays come out from your sun and connect out. Whichever way feels correct for you, comfortable for you. Just really working with this idea. These rays emanating from space, spirit touching, moving. And I'd like you to begin aligning the movement that you have to your breath. You can do this in two ways. At the start of every ray, you can breathe in and allow the out breath to be the ray. Going as slowly as you want, connecting breath to movement, movement to mark making for the page. You're really getting a sense of connection between these two things. Or you can start a mark with an in-breath. So at the end of your exhalation, finding yourself and then moving outwards with the in-breath. Perhaps each ray is a full breath from start to end. Or perhaps each ray is an in-breath. And you're going to begin to notice that your rays interact. They begin to touch off each other, just noticing this. And just perhaps beginning to feel what it's like to make that connection. What's it like for one ray to connect with the other? Remembering that this movement out into the world, into connection with the other, into connection with our environment, our place, the people in it. And really slowing down. Connecting the breath to the making of the rays and the marks. And really building up this feeling of aliveness, spirit, really that sense of being, working back into the image, working back in to each part, continuing to fill your page with lines, with connection. But doing this in connection with the breath, connecting the line to the in-breath or the out-breath. Really getting a sense or a feeling of how this is. What does it feel like to be alive? There is an abundant nature to gate 55. There is a natural abundance in all of us that isn't necessarily based on material things, but to this sense of being full, rich, and alive in the moment. And in those moments, really savoring what that feels like. Really savoring the sense of being alive here and now. Knowing that it's not there necessarily to last. Knowing that it's not designed to last. It's just part of the emotional process. It comes and it goes. It peaks and it drops. Tapping into it here so that you have a sense of what your aliveness may feel like in your body. And perhaps then being able to connect to that feeling when you're next in a situation feels alive to you. Our ability to be aware, our ability to be conscious how we feel. Knowing when the sense is there, enjoying it, engaging fully in it, and then knowing it's not. Perhaps resting, reading, walking, in those times when abundance doesn't necessarily feel so close. So if you'd like to continue this, filling up the page with ray after ray after ray, simply pausing the video now, continuing to doodle, perhaps for another 15 and 20 minutes. And perhaps finding a way of bringing this particular creative session to a close. How are we going to finish today? Is there one last thing you'd like to complete? You notice your body tingling, alive. Is there a sense of presence to the sensations in the body? Perhaps capturing this in the mind's eye. If there's a particular part of the body that feels most alive right now, connecting in with that. And then taking a moment and looking at these marks, creations on the page, and perhaps there's something emerging, something surprising out of this image. Perhaps there's a word to summarize what it is you feel now, having done the exercise. But in your own time, finishing off, perhaps stretching, moving the body a little bit, relaxing, breathing, stretching out the muscles of the hand, which may feel tired or a little bit tense after that drawing exercise. Just shaking it. So I hope you enjoyed my creative human design session for today and my little unusual perspective on Gate 55. If you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel. I do regular drawing sessions depending on the transits. Please share, like with anyone who you feel may benefit from this work. My information on my creative human design sessions will be below, along with a weekly drop-in meditation drawing group that comes together and just draws through the transits and experiments in a different way with how the transits are affecting us and impacting us. So thank you very much and look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.